Hello, my name is the Chronicler, known also as Chronicler 9, and I am a story weaver. My first tale for free for you guys is a novel in verse I wrote about 3, almost 4 years ago. I have since edited it, and I would like to publish it for free. You can find it on my website at chronicler9.com. Without further ado, let me present this to you. First tale. The Jack, the Cat, the Rat, and the Joker. I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a story about Jack and Glory, and now my story's begun. A story cold and grim, yet true, a tale of gold I offer you. Another bright, with cheery hue, about a cat with eyes of blue. And more lore still about 3 mice who may have bettered from advice, and lost Bo Peep, all fair and nice, and 3 fool pigs with hearts of ice. How King Cole came to be. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack jumped over the candlestick. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack jump over the candlestick. Jack was nimble, Jack was quick. Jack jumped over the candlestick. The fire fled to far away, so Jack the hero saved the day. So unafraid was he to hold his stance to any flame. The village people called him Cole, and king he soon became. The Joker's play. Young King Cole was a merry young soul, and a very merry soul was he. He called for his pipe, and he called for his bowl, and he called for his fiddlers 3. In his courts came a joker, and the joker played as a jest. He danced and he sang until it was plain that the king would favor him best. The jester was paid much in silver, and all the more paid in gold. An idea had he that a king he could be, with the kingdom of Cole to hold. "O King Cole, you're a very merry soul, but this jester makes a plea. A rat found my trove and has stolen my gold. Are the streets now to await me?" But the joker lied, you see. Now King Cole was a very kind soul, so he would not let this be. His guards searched the town, looking up, looking down, but the rat they could not see. Now King Cole was a generous soul, and restored to his jester all his lost gold. "I do thank your majesty," said the jester on one knee. Then he left with a smile cold. The day the piper came. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack jump over the candlestick. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack jump over the candlestick. The fire fled to far away, so Jack, the hero, saved the day. But winter brought a price to pay. The jester danced for the king this date, when a piper pied near the castle gate. He came to present his hope against hate, to prithee the king for fire. Ding dong dell, the time bells rang, and in that moment the joker sang. "Oh, King Cole, 'twas the rat again! Confound," cried the king, "I tire." The piper entered. "Hail, O king, perhaps a solace I might bring. I'll use my pipe, I'll play and I'll sing, then your strength need not expire. Behold, the pipe that is in my hand will sound across all nearby land. The rat will heed my call, and then you'll have him as you desire." "Name your price," said the king, "your wish. How much gold would you have for this?" "King, not a nugget of gold shall you miss. I only pray for fire." "What?" raged the king, but the piper cried, "Wait! Concerning flame I do know your hate, but with no warmth soon it will be too late. For the people's need is dire." The king kept silent for a very long time, but then, at last, he gathered his mind. "A flame for a rat," lied the king. "That's fine. I shall grant what you desire." The joker reveals a lie. The piper's music found a rat, known near and far to be a thief, but the joker, with loose lips, had the king's lies soon released. To the piper he said, "Brother, King Cole lied, as I've revealed. Set the rat free, leave the rest to me." So upon that night, Cole's fate was sealed. The piper's curse. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack jump over the candlestick. The candles blaze more than they ought, and as you jump, you will be caught. "King, you lied, O king. Fire you said you would bring. My people suffer in the cold while you are growing fat and old. Away, piper, away from me. You do not know, so cannot see. That angry fire will not come within the walls of my kingdom. A curse I place on you, O liar, mourning mothers, blazing fire, and your love, the fairest cat, her life be taken by the rat. The effects of time. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years more, lo, many years since Piper pied, fled himself to far away and cursed the king because he lied. The king had met a maiden fair with deep sea eyes and golden hair. Enchanting as her smile be, the king got lost within that sea, and as the curse he soon forgot, more of his purse the joker caught. Piper's Song. Now King Cole was a very merry soul, and a very merry soul was he. He called for his pipe, and he called for his bowl, and he called for his fiddlers three. Ding dong dell, can you hear the bell? The Pied Piper comes from a deep, dark well. The children play till they hear his call. They drop their chalk and forsake their ball. The mothers mourn their children gone, for every child heard his song. Come, little children, he sings, come away, far to a land of enchantments. Come, little children, away, far away. I know a garden of magic. I know the land of the tum-tum trees, of jub-jub birds, and a land of dreams. The Jaberwock is slain each day by the greatest hero of Faraway. The greatest man of Faraway will scorch the land with a blaze today. The end of King Cole. As prophesied, the mothers mourned. As blazes grew, the king was scorned. The joker used his coin, and then he bought cool water for the land. The king was taken to a hold, his kingdom bought by joker's gold. It was the most amazing thing. King became Jack, and joker king. The Maiden and the Teller. Grieved, fair maiden ran away, a promise on her lips that day to find the man who sent the blaze for her lover's kingdom's rays. Hope against all hope did she that her Jack might soon be free. She found herself a teller's shed in want to get her fortune read. But the joker ran ahead. He donned a wig, wore gold and red, paid off the witch and took her stead, and poised himself within that shed. "Oh, teller, please, I ask of thee, would you divine a man for me? I hear that he is far away, and so I come to you today." "Hush, dear child, hear me true. That man I can divine for you. Of course there is a price to pay. All right. Will my belled necklace do?" The teller's first tale. I'll tell you a story about Jack and Glory, and now my story's begun. I'll tell you another, the rat and his brother, and now my story is done. Riddles are tiresome. "Not fair," said the maiden. "In riddles you speak, and I still do not know the man that I seek." "Then plain I shall speak, should you understand that. The one you are chasing, my dear, is the rat." "Ah, I know of the rat. Indeed, he fled. Too far away," the maiden said, and before he was to lose his head. The teller's second tale. Maiden, a story I will regale about a rat who lost his tail. Three blind mice, see how they run? They all chased after the farmer's wife, who cut off their tails with a carving knife. Have you ever seen such a sight in your life as these foolish, blinded mice? The maiden is unimpressed. "I thought you would tell me about a rat." "That I shall I that? He is closer than you think. Just leave here, look left, and blink. Something odd will catch your eye. Follow it, and you'll know why." The joker revels. So the maiden paid her helper, whom she believed was the witch. The joker thought himself quite clever, knowing he had made the switch. He left the necklace to the teller. "Do with it as you would please." He, with plenty gold and silver, now could rest his mind at ease. In a day or two, thought he, perhaps he'd set the poor Jack free. Oh, how amusing that would be! Should I make him play the jest for me? So Joker, king, laughed hard indeed, quite proud of all his wit and greed. Something happening far away. 'Twas brillig, and the slithy toes did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the borogoves and the mome raths outgrabe. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the jub-jub bird, and shun the frumious bandersnatch. And as in uffish thought he stood, the Jabberwock, with eyes of flame, came whiffling through the told-you-wood and burbled as it came. The Maiden's Search. Little White Rabbit, hippity-hop, run, little maiden, clippity-clop. Out into the streets went she, an odd thing to be seeking. When left she looked, white fur she saw, a funny rabbit speaking. "Oh, I am late, how late I am! The queen shall turn me into jam!" His watch secured on waistcoat band, he hopped off through the darkened land. Little bunny, oh so funny, wherefore dost thou hop away from me? Thou art the very one I seek, and I shall chase thee even though you flee. The rabbit hopped into the wood, the maiden soon to follow. Alas, the rabbit disappeared into a little hollow. The maiden squeezed herself on through, but what a foolish thing to do. A hole was there she could not see, and tumbled down head first did she. Luckily she was not hurt, although she scuffed her nice blue skirt. Maiden in the well. Ding dong dell, someone's in the well. Who has fallen in? A silly little simpkin. Someone get me out! Call for Timmy Stout. The maiden, being more petite than most, held easy hope that any man could pull her up as she held to that rope. But it came quite a shock to her when she saw not a man, but Timmy Stout, a little boy, held the rope in his hand. How odd, thought she, though odder yet is that I am not sopping wet, and how I came out of a well when down some random hole I fell. But little Timmy disappeared, which caught her by surprise. She looked around and saw a wood quite tolgy to her eyes. She felt a little chill and thought, how brillig was the day. But since the rabbit still she sought, she must be on her way. The cat and the rat. 'Twas brillig, and the slithy toves did gyre, and gimble in the wave, all mimsy were the borogoves, and the mome-raths outgrave. With her arms closed round her chest, long time the manxome rat she sought. Then spotted she a tum-tum tree, and a man, eyes closed, in thought. Excuse me, sir, for I am lost directions, I implore. But softly on the tree he leaned, and all he did was snore. But as in uffish thought he stood, the Jaberwock, with eyes of flame, came whiffling through the tolgy wood, and burbled as it came. The maiden's eyes went wide with fear. She could not fight. What could she do? Oh, how she longed for Jack! But suddenly the man awoke, and ran his vorpal sword right through. He left it dead, and with its head he came galumphing back. See, I have slain the Jaberwock, so do not fear, you will be fine. Then realized he just who was she, and added, now your life is mine. She did not know what he implied. She said, indeed, I almost died, and I will thank thee one day true, but first there's something I must do. She wished to ask him if he knew a rat or rabbit passing through, but he stopped her, mid of speech. She would not make her beseech. I, dear maiden, tip my hat, for you see I am the rat. But you, dear maiden, are the cat, and I will have none of that. Jack's search. Little kitty, oh so pretty, wherefore hast thou gone away from me, with boots of white and fur of golden yellow and eyes deeper than the sea? Poor old Jack, he's never coming back. He traveled round the world just to find his kitty cat. The cat he didn't find, but the bell she left behind. He stayed away, cried many a day, and now has lost his mind. The end of chapter 1. His weight secured on waistcoat band. 1 second, did I say his weight? All right, retake on that little spot there.